let's create a menu for our game. And so in order to create a menu, we're gonna use widgets. You can remember that last time we used widgets in order to create this U1 screen, and this time, yeah, we're gonna use widgets once again. So I'm gonna open the blueprints folder, and here, yeah, you can see this the widget that we have created last time. So let's just do the right click and then go to user interface and find widget blueprints. I'm just gonna rename it, and I'm gonna call it menu. So let's click and open it. Okay, first we're gonna start with canvas. I'm gonna drag and drop the canvas panel. It's just empty canvas, and then on this canvas we're gonna create the widget or the menu in our case. Since I want just a very simple thing, just 2 buttons, I actually could have created it just like 2 buttons, but I want to show you what other elements we have inside this widget creating tool. So let's find vertical box and drag and drop it like this. So now we have this vertical box, and what the vertical box does, it allows you to arrange elements vertically within this box. What we can do, we can change the anchor for this box, maybe to left side of the screen and move it a bit to the side, and I'm gonna make it a bit bigger, just like this. If you want it to be like really close to the edge, you can change, for example, this to 0, and then the box will be this close to the edge. But I think I'm okay with this like 30. That's fine. And now inside this box, let's add 2 buttons. Actually just gonna add 1 button and then copy its settings for the other one. So this is the button. Since I want 2 buttons, maybe it's not that important in this case because we have only 2 buttons, but let's imagine you have 3 or 5 buttons, and in this case you might need to set margin between the buttons because you want it to be accurate. So let's select the button, and now you have details for this button opened here. It has the padding. By changing this numbers, you can adjust where the button is located. So for example, I want it to be 10 from the top, maybe even bigger, 50 from the top, and I wanted 50 from the bottom. And then I go to color of this button, which is the background color, and let's select just the red one. And now for this button, of course, we want some text on it. So let's type text and drag and drop it like on the button. Now we have this text block. Of course, we want our custom text instead. So let's type start. Okay, and now when you go to font, you can change the size, and when you are changing the size, you can see that actually you are changing the size of the button as well, which is good. So I think that 50 is fine, but it's of course it's up to you what you want to do. And the second button will be just quit. So let's select this button, Control C to copy and Control V to paste, and we have just the same button. And because we have set the padding, now we have this distance between the buttons, which is great. So the only thing that we need to do is to change the text here. So let's go to the text and type quit. Okay, if you decide that you want this button a bit higher, instead of moving it, you can just select the button and, for example, select the top padding and set 0, and now you can see it is much closer to this button just because it doesn't have the margin. But it still has the distance because the first button, this one, it has the bottom margin, which is right here for this button. Yeah, I actually like the way it looks. So let's save, compile this thing, and let's continue.